You know how bad it is for the education system for teachers to resign throughout winter break and not come back? Do you know how bad that is? And it's really sad to see because every time I'm scrolling, it's a different teacher saying they resigned, they resigned, they resigned throughout winter break. Y'all kids, it's the system, it's the pay, it's everything. They have PTSD. They're literally saying it's not worth it at all. And that's so sad. Teachers back in the days used to love their jobs. And I'm pretty sure there are some teachers that do love their jobs, but they care more about their mental health more than anything. And mental health is very important. It's really sad to see.
In defense of teachers quitting during the winter Christmas break, I now know what happened to the teachers that are gone from my building. I just want to say it's rarely, if ever, the kids. But I think if you are someone who controls schools, like if you are a district level admin, you should really make working conditions better for teachers because what you ask of us is way too much. Conditions in schools would not be so bad if we had smaller class sizes. I would say that if all teachers had less than 10 students per classroom, I don't think so many teachers would be resigning. But when you have a class of 40 kids or 35 kids every hour and you're expecting them to work miracles with that much of a load, it's so understandable that teachers leave. The teacher that resigned over Christmas break, I knew we both came from the same district and the same school to this school, so I felt connected to her. I hope she's all right. It's sad. It's really sad.
This is so sad. Hey, beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. So, all credit goes to the creators in these videos. Guys, right now, schools are going through a serious problem because after the winter break, many teachers simply did not return to classrooms. Guys, some of them resigned, many of them just walked away, and some of them are still planning to leave. And this is not happening just in one place because I watched so many videos. It's happening across many school districts. And the main reason, one of the major reasons why they are quitting is burnout. Because teaching today is extremely demanding. Teachers are expected to teach, manage behavior, prepare lessons, grade assignments, attend meetings, answer parents, complete endless paperwork. And most of this work continues even after school hours and even on weekends. Over time, this constant pressure leaves teachers exhausted, stressed, and mentally drained, guys. Another big issue, and one of the things they are saying, is overcrowded classrooms. Because many teachers are responsible for far too many students at a time, right? Some classrooms are packed, making it difficult to give each student proper attention. Managing large class sizes, guys, it also increases behavior problems, noise, stress. And when teachers feel like, they are just trying to survive the day instead of actually doing what they love, which is teaching, it becomes so discouraging. And another thing they mentioned is low pay, which is also a huge factor because teaching requires a college degree and years of training. And yet, many of them still struggle financially with rising costs, living costs here and there. Some of them can barely afford, to live by rent, food, transportation. And when they realize that maybe they can earn more money somewhere else with less stress, guys, living becomes an easy decision. And there's also lack of support, which they really hammer on because many of them feel like they're abandoned by school leadership. Because when students misbehave or the classrooms become difficult to manage, the teachers often feel like they are blamed, right, instead of being helped. Now, without enough counselors, aides, or resources, they feel like they are handling, all these challenges alone, guys. I feel like all these issues combined push these teachers to a breaking point. And for so many of them, the winter break just became a moment where they were like, I can't go back to this anymore. I can't do this anymore. And honestly, guys, can you blame them? No, because in everything, mental health is really important. And you cannot say because this job, is the only one I have or it pays my bill, you should now, do things that would rupture your mental health. Because, guys, I feel like many of these teachers quit because of all these things, not because they don't love the kids or not because they don't love the job that they do. Everything around them just does not favor them. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's see what the other creators have to say, and I'll see you soon.
So if you didn't know, I have recently decided to leave education and not come back. I didn't leave the classroom because I don't love kids or teaching. I left because the system stopped allowing me to actually teach. Main reasonings for leaving is the scrutiny instead of trust. So I felt like personally it was constant questioning of my instruction from parents, social media posts, from all of these people that weren't in my classroom at all. Like I was always defending myself instead of being trusted to be this trained professional. I get really good scores on my instruction whenever admin would come into my room, and almost get perfect scores on it. But then whenever a parent would call and complain and question my instruction, I was never really backed up with that information. Like parents didn't know that. On to that same topic was I felt like there was a lack of admin support. I love my admin. Originally, it felt like the complaints and the concerns from parents or curriculum supervisors or anyone really, I just didn't feel supported at all. Certain individuals at specific times. This wasn't always the case. And I felt isolated a lot and hesitant instead of confident and effective. The micromanagement in my classroom, specifically from curriculum supervisors, they were very hands-on, very little flexibility in what I was able to teach, how I wanted to teach it. Older school, I was able to do whatever I wanted, but no one was micromanaging me, and I had great test scores. After micromanagement, and I understand sometimes that's needed, but whenever it's not needed, it's a little much. Teach things in a certain way, and then the test scores were negatively reflecting on me whenever I'm doing exactly what was asked of me, taught the exact way that it was asked to teach, even adding things to it, and still getting negative test scores, and then I was on a professional learning plan. It just doesn't add up to me. That my scores reflected back on me when I had no control over what or how I was teaching anything in my classroom. I felt judged on outcomes that I couldn't truly influence the way that I wanted to. And obviously the one that everyone knows about is the emotional toll that it has on teachers. I was constantly bringing stress home, crying. I would go out to eat, get a parent email, literally be crying at the dinner table. I was just constantly thinking about school. Like I was dreaming about school on my days off. It wasn't worth it for me anymore. So basically I left because I want to love what I do again, and teachers really and truly do deserve trust, support, and autonomy, and I hope one day that the system can reflect that. But as of right now, it's just not doing it for me.
According to TikTok, there are no teachers left in the US because everybody quit their job and no one returned back from Christmas break. I've seen about 30 videos in 2 days of scrolling of teachers that were like, I'm not returning back to my teaching job, saying that the kids are horrible, the parents don't participate, the parents are not teaching these kids respect, the kids have no respect. And then issues with administration and administration being disrespectful. And this is a problem, and it's going to be a growing problem. Like, how many schools did woke up the first day back from winter break and realized that open up their emails and realized that teachers weren't there, and then had to split the classrooms. And now these classrooms are overcrowded. They were probably overcrowded before, because I'm seeing so many teachers that did not return from winter break. And I'm actually not mad at them, because I used to be a teacher. I used to be a substitute teacher. And the state of teaching is in shambles. I mean, these teachers are getting zero respect. The kids are verbally abusive. They are physically abusive. And no one's doing anything about it. People are not raising their children, so their kids get to school and think that they can disrespect anybody else because they can disrespect their parents at home. And now these teachers are quitting. They're quitting and finding other jobs. Some of them said, I don't even have a second opportunity. I don't have a backup plan, but I'm not returning. Do you know how bad teaching has to be for teachers to quit their job without a backup plan and or another source of income. Like, that's how bad y'all's kids are. That's terrible.
Guys, what do you think in the comment section? I feel that when teachers quit, the problem does not just end there, because it actually becomes worse for the teachers that remain in the school. The remaining ones are given much more work. They may be asked to take on extra classes, cover lessons during free periods, or even manage the already large classroom. And this workload will just increase overnight. And this added pressure, guys, will make the already stressful job even harder. And secondly, the classrooms become even more overcrowded, because with fewer teachers available, the students are packed into the already existing classes, and the teachers struggle to give them individual attention, and behavioral problems just increase. And I feel that over time, this pressure can lead to frustration or even exhaustion, and the morale will just drop, because teachers who stay will now start feeling punished for not quitting, because they watch their colleagues leave, and they feel abandoned by the system also. And many of them will just start questioning that why exactly are they still there, especially when they see no improvement in working conditions, guys. And teachers that were once passionate about their jobs start feeling drained. They take stress home, they sleepless, they lose motivation, and guys, the more likely they are to quit. I feel like the schools must first reduce the class sizes and workload, so that the remaining teachers that are there are not feeling overwhelmed. And I feel that they should hire more staff, even support staff, right? It can make a huge difference. And teachers must be paid fairly. I mean, it's just fair. Better pay shows teachers that their work is valued, and it helps increase, and it eases financial stress. Rather, real support systems should be put in place. Teachers need classroom aides, counselors, and strong leadership that actually listen to them and responds to their concerns, instead of just blaming them for everything. Teachers also need respect and understanding, because they should be trusted as professionals, right? Included in decisions that affect their classrooms, guys. If all the steps are not taken, more teachers will continue to leave, and the pressure on those that remain will only grow. Guys, in the end, I feel like keeping teachers in schools is not just about preventing resignations. It's about creating an environment where teachers feel loved, where they can survive, where they can grow, where they can enjoy teaching again, because many of them are in that profession because they love it, because it's not an easy profession. Y'all know kids can be a handful and they can be sweet at the same time. So it's not an easy profession, and I just feel that those that are passionate about it should not have to suffer for whatever the system cannot do to help them. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you a teacher? What exactly are you feeling? Are you feeling loved? Are you feeling appreciated in your place of work? Or have you recently quit, which is perfectly fine, because your mental health is important? Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear from you. And if you have found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll definitely see you in my next video. Please stay safe. Mental health is important. Ciao.